Today on Season of War, Mark's Idoneth Deepkin launch a soul raid from the Ether Sea, while Jordan's Helsmiths of Hashut prepare their stout defenses. An icon of the storm leads the Ether Sea Predators force, which will be able to replenish its fallen alapexes throughout the battle. Joining him is Lotan, the Warden of the Soul Ledgers, as well as Neve Black Talon, her companions, and Lorai, Child of the Abyss. The cavalry-heavy force also includes an Achillean Leviathan, a reinforced unit of Morsar Guard, 3 Achillean Alopexes, and a unit of Namarti Thralls. Across the battlefield, Urak Tar, the first demonsmith, leads a castigation battery and is supported by an Ashen Elder with the Scroll of Petrification, as well as a war despot with an eye for weakness. The core of the army includes a reinforced unit of Infernal Cohort and a pair of Dominator engines with Bane maces, while a Tormentor Bombard and Death Shrieker rocket battery provide artillery support. Fresh reinforcements have also arrived in the form of reinforced units of Bull Centaurs and Infernal Razors as they look to bring more lethality to the Hellsmith forces. The two factions will fight on the passing season's battle plan, where only the red or green objectives are active each round, and controlling each will score 5 points. With both armies ready to clash, let's head to the battlefield, for this is the Season of War.
This video is brought to you by the support of our channel members and our FLGS partners, Warpfire Minis and Boutique Bastion. If you're in the US, check out Warpfire Minis for the best stock, deals, and service. In Canada, head to Boutique Bastion to buy, sell, or trade new and secondhand models. Today's battle showcases beautiful thematic dice from Baron of Dice. Grab your own or get a custom set made at baronofdice.com.
Hello and welcome to Season of War. I am excited, Mark, because we have a big game today.
Yeah,
you're bringing out your Idoneth Deepkin.
Yeah, respawning sharks.
Yep, and I've brought some reinforcements for the Helsmiths of Hashut, which I'm very excited about. And we do have to say a big thank you to Games Workshop, who sent us these models and rules and stuff in advance so that we could debut this on release for you guys. But we'll get into all the specifics with the new units as we go. My battle tactics for today are Master of the Paths. So the first step of that is to kill an enemy hero. And then I also have Wrathful Cycles, for which I have to control more objectives than you for the first step.
For sure. And I'm going to be doing Master the Path, which is same thing, trying to kill a hero for the first step. And then Scouting Force, which is just trying to have 3 units outside my territory that are scouts, which is basically all of the sharks and most of my units, yeah.
And it was big, Mark. We were both 3 drops here, so the roll-off to deploy was really important. I did win it this time, so it does give me choice of who goes first. And counter to what you do 99% of the time, I'm actually going to take first turn on this mission. So we will jump into a Helsmiths of Hashut, turn 1. All right, so I'm going to start off the turn by desecrating a piece of terrain, which we're going to do this one in the back.
I'm just going to activate the place power over here to make this objective here obscuring. I do not.
All right, then I will give out my single demonic power point, which I am going to put on this Dominator engine over here. And I will spend a command point to give out another one. And since I have less than 3 allocated, I can give out 2. So I'm going to put this guy up to 3. And then for spell casting, Urak Tar is a 2-task wizard. I'm going to start off with an Umbral Spell Portal with him.
That's it.
And without any demonic power points, that will fail. So his next spell is going to be the Geminids of Voldish, which will go off on a 9.
Try to unbind it. Unbound on a 10.
Rude. And then my Ashen Elder is just going to try and chant for some Sacred Rites, and he will generate 3 points. And that will be it for my hero phase.
I'm just going to spend a CP to teleport a shark with Laura, with Lotan actually. Lotan's out of range. Let's see if we can get onto that objective. Does not on a 5.
All right, and then it's movement, and I will spend a command point with this Dominator engine for to auto run at 6, so it goes 12. And that's all my movement.
I'm just gonna spend a CP and redeploy the shark that's within range of the cannon there for 4 inches.
All right, then into shooting. After you redeploy, I can only target that shark over there with the Death Shrieker rocket battery, so we will shoot that first.
Okay.
D3 plus 2 for 5 damage.
Ouch.
And then the Tormentor Bombard is going to shoot that same shark. D3 each for 5.
He's dead.
All right, first victim. And that is going to be all of the action for my first turn. We did really everything I wanted to here. The big things that were obviously question marks were would I be able to kill a shark in shooting, which I got a little lucky and was able to do here with all the artillery. And the other big thing was I needed a moderate run roll to get this guy onto the objective, which I did. Taking both of them is really big on this mission because those are the only 2 active objectives right now, and they're each worth 5 points. So that will score me 10 points on primary. It also completes my first step of Wrathful Cycles because I have taken and hold more objectives than you. So it'll be a 15-point turn for me. So a good start, and then we just wait and see how you want to respond.
I am going to spend CP before end of turn to bring him back.
Yep, makes sense.
All the way over there.
All right, well, Mark, that's going to be it for me, and we can jump into Idoneth Deepkin, turn 1.
Start a turn, place of power. Again, I'm going to try and make this objective obscuring. I do.
And I will do the same with Uratar, trying to make this terrain piece obscuring, which we also do. And then I do get to desecrate another terrain piece or objective, which I will actually just do my home objective.
We're just going to open up with some casting here. We're just going to see if we can get the Incarnate out from Lotan. We get it on a 9. Sweet, he's going to just try and do the tentacle, see if the tentacle pops out. Nope. Then Lorai is going to try and cast half run, half charge on that Dominator engine. Does not on a 4. Tidal abilities, I'm going to go for... I'm picking the Teleport Tide, but I'm not necessarily going to be teleporting anyone here.
And then Uratar could reallocate demonic power points, but I'm actually not going to here.
So on to movement. And that's it for movement.
I will spend a command point to redeploy with my Bull Centaurs for 3 inches. Should be enough to get them obscured.
So, shooting now, we're going to open up with the turtle. And the turtle's just going to shoot Infernal Razors. Yeah, hitting on 3s.
We save 1, take 2.
6 damage.
All right, that'll kill 6 of the dwarves.
After the turtle, one Alopex targets the infernal razors, but fails to connect, and the other 2 fail to deal any damage to the Dominator engine.
Into charges. I'm just going to try out Neve, see what she gets. She gets 8. I might as well here spend the CP. We'll see what we get. Nope, not on the 7. So that'll be it for my charges. As it is right now, I'll have just scouting part 1 and the 1 objective for 10.
Yeah, 10 points, pretty much standard when you go second on this mission.
Yeah.
So yeah, only a 5-point difference for us right now. But the big thing, Mark, is always priority, as
for sure.
We're a little bit closer now and things are set to get spicy. That's
2.
a 1, and there's no reroll here, so you have choice.
I mean, I think we're gonna take it. I just see too much danger. Too much danger if I don't take the turn here. So we'll definitely try and take the turn here and we'll see what happens. Going into Deepkin, turn 2.
And I will start things off here with desecrating something, and we'll go for this objective while I still have it.
Okay, jumping into casting. Just gonna try and cast with Lorai into this unit. She's just going to try and cast the Mortal Wound spell into them and gets on a 10.
Might as well try to unbind it, but we fail.
20 dice, 5 ups. 5 mortals exactly. And Lotan's really too far away to cast anything significant here. I think I'll just cast a teleport with Lotan. Gets it on a 10. For that, and then tidal ability for this turn is going to be reducing all rend by 1. And that is it.
All right, I will spend a command point here for a rally with my Infernal Razors. We're going to get 5 back. And then I am going to have Uratar reallocate some of my demonic power points. And I'm going to take them from the Dominator engine and put them onto the Infernal cohort, giving them a 5 up ward save and 4 up against spells and manifestations. And then I am going to use my Scroll of Petrification from my Ashen Elder onto my Infernal Razors to give them a 2 up ward save.
So they ain't dying. Okay, so on to movement. Sweet, that's it for my movement. Anything from you?
I am going to spend a command point here to redeploy the Dominator engine for 1.
Sweet, into some shoot sting.
Aiming their harpoons, the Leviathan and Alopexes all fire at the Death Shrieker rocket battery, combining to just barely take it down.
That's it for shooting. Just jumping right in, I guess. We're gonna start with Neve back there. Actually, we'll start with Neve's companions. They get an 8. Going in next with Incarnate. Gets a double 1. Okay. Mortal wound impacts. Eels first, on 2 ups. 5 mortals. Yeah.
We will have our 5 up wards and ward 2 of them, so take 3.
And then turtle, getting 4. Plus 1 because you 10 models or more, right? So 5.
And we'll ward 3, take 2.
Jumping in.
Neve Black Talon is first to attack and takes out 2 bull centaurs, who then retaliate against an Alopex, but only deal 2 wounds through all-out defense. The Idoneth force continues to savage the Helsmith defenses, taking down the Infernal cohort and War Despot, while they suffer no casualties of their own.
That's it.
Yeah, you did a little bit.
A little bit. A little bit. Yeah, happy with that. Overview is like, I'm really obviously very happy with the turn. With a -1 to rend, I knew I was relatively safe. I could go in, not lose a lot. Main objective was just really to tag that back unit that I know is really aggressive on the charge, and tag the cannon so it can't shoot, tag the shooting unit so it can't shoot, and basically just operate to tag as many things as possible that are useful here. Yeah, overall things have been going okay.
Yeah, very solid. I was kidding myself. I said it partly through your turn when you were obviously setting up super aggressively, that I could have changed up. There was 2 different ways I could have tried to set up my defenses this turn. And in hindsight, obviously, I wish I had to put the 2 up save on the Infernal cohort to create that wall, because I forgot when I did it on this unit that I couldn't redeploy them away, which is what I was hoping to do. And if I had done it on there, it would have left these guys potentially open to shooting, but a redeploy of 2 or 3 inches might have gotten them into the obscuring so that they weren't being shot off. So can't say that it would have worked out better, would have at least made the Infernal cohort a little tankier. But yeah, this is the world we live in.
Yeah, I got to technically Master the Pass, even though I doubled, just because I will get it for the 3rd turn, which is why I was like, great. And also, like, it's going to be impossible for me to score a tactic, even if Jordan would have gotten the turn and played aggressive. So
you do, though, get the 5 primary points for your own home objective, because it's the red ones that are active right now. And then we will jump into a Helsmiths of Hashut turn 2.
Woo!
All right, into my turn, I'm gonna start by desecrating this piece of terrain. I have 4 demonic power points to give out. I'm gonna give 2 to Urak-Tar, so he has +1 to cast and a 5-up ward, and 2 to this Dominator engine, so it has +2 move and +2 attacks. And then for spell casting, Urak-Tar is going to start off by trying to cast the Curse of Stone. He will get that off because he has the +1 for 7.
I'm bound on an 8.
And then Urak-Tar will cast Molten Metal on the shark right in front. And we'll fail that. Oh, we'll get that off with the +1 for just barely an 8.
Nope.
All right. Then my Ashen Elder is going to chant for Storm of Obsidian Shards onto that shark. He gets that off with 7 points total. So it'll do D3 mortal wounds for 2 to that shark.
Ward saves. Takes 2.
And that is it for my hero phase.
I'm gonna do the Incarnate's ability just to see if it sprouts another tentacle. It does on a 4.
And then I'm into movement, except I can't retreat because I'm not fast enough to get away from you. And I want to hopefully be able to shoot with the cannon. And so the only thing moving is this guy. So after that exhaustive movement phase, I'm going to get into shooting. And it's just Urak-Tar right now is the only one out of combat. I am going to spend a command point with him and shoot at the shark right in front of him.
I'm gonna all-out defense this.
For nothing. So we weren't able to take down the shark and free up the cannon, which I was going to then put into the eels. So that's not happening. So we are just going to do some charging with the 1 Dominator engine.
Yep.
And that'll be an 11. All right, we do have to go with the Bull Centaurs first here, and I'm gonna pile them all in and split their attacks between your 2 sharks that I'm in combat with. And we are gonna go for all-out attack here. So into the wounded shark first. 6 damage.
Let's see it if wards come through. 5s. And they did.
They did.
Okay.
So the shark has 1 health
Shark
left.
has 1 health left. Yeah.
And then the other 3 Bull Centaurs into your other shark. We'll have 6 mortals, so 8 damage total.
8 damage total, 5 up wards. Things do balance out though.
Yeah.
There you go.
It's only fair.
It's only fair. It did kill it cleanly. There you go.
After the Alapex goes down, 8 of the infernal razors are slain. Another shark falls, and Neve loses one of her companions to the Dominator engine.
All right, Mark, that was a bit disappointing. Really, the big thing here, I was hoping to get the cannon out of combat so it could shoot the eels.
Totally.
Yeah, and because I needed to try and whittle them down to survive or pull myself out of combat.
Totally.
We did though have 1 infernal razor survive only because of the Ashen Elder's ability to ignore the first wound wholly within 6.
Totally.
So that at least gives me the chance to try and rally and get the unit back.
For sure.
Who knows? It gives me a little bit of hope. The Dominator engines did about what you would expect, which is miss a lot. So that was that. Again, you made it scary with the ward saves on that shark who did survive, though we ended up taking it down, so it didn't come back to bite us. So in the end, it was all right, and we did at least take the other one out. So that is going to be it for my turn. I will hold my own primary objective, and I do complete the second step of Wrathful Cycle for having fought with half my army. So that's going to store me 10 points overall for the turn, putting me up to 25 and holding on to the lead at the moment. But the big next step is priority for turn 3.
2.
That's a 3.
All you.
We needed that. So let's jump into Helsmiths of Hashut, turn 3. All right, at the start of the turn, I am able to desecrate another terrain piece because I'm outside of combat because the tentacle is fake. And then I'm going to wait to allocate those because first I'm going to spend a command point to rally my razors. We get 2 back, which I don't think is enough to put any points
Doesn't
over
make
there.
it worth it.
Yeah, so we'll put 3 on Urak-Tar because we do need that +2 to cast apparently. And then I'm going to put 2 onto the Tormentor Bombard. And I will spend a command point to put it up to 3 so I get the extra shot from my sub-faction. And then into spell casting, we're going to start with Urak-Tar, and he's going to cast his War Scroll spell, the Curse of Stone. That'll go off on an 11.
You're good?
All right, so we're effectively going to get to pick a point and then another point and hit your 3 units here for potential mortal wounds. So the eels take none, the turtle takes none, the shark takes 3.
Wards takes 2.
Then he's going to try and cast molten metal onto the shark. We'll get that off with the 10.
You got it.
So it does go off, but I only get 8 dice because it's the unmodified roll. So mortals on 4-ups, and I'll get 3.
Wards. Ward 2 takes 1.
And then my Ashen Elder is going to chant for Furnace Blessing onto my Bull Centaurs. We'll get 3 points, so he's just going to bank those instead. And that is it for my hero phase.
I'm going to try and bring out the Reposition This Tentacle on a 4-up. I do. I am going to spend a CP to rally my shark. Only get back 1.
All right, then into movement. And that's my movement.
Yeah, I'll redeploy with Neve here for 6.
All right, then we're into shooting, and we're going to start off with the Tormentor Bombard, and it's going to put its shots into your shark. And that'll be 5 damage.
Save 1, takes 4, down to 6.
Then, because I have the demonic power points on it, I could choose 3 other units. Here, there's only 2 in range to try and turn off commands for until my next hero phase. So we'll start with the shark on a 3-up. Yes, I get it, so it can't use commands. The turtle, same thing. And the eels, no, they can. And then Urak-Tar is going to shoot at the shark as well for 4 damage.
Wards, none, dead.
And then we're finally going to get to see what the Infernal Razors can do, though there's only 3 of them left, but we'll have 4 shots into your eels. We got 2 no rend.
Save it both.
I didn't kill any models, but I do get to roll to try and get the 6 up. No, I fail it. Otherwise, they would have been striking last. And then we're into charges. We're going to start off with the Bull Centaurs. They did a 9. And then Urak-Tar. And I'll do D3 impact mortals to one of your tentacles for 3.
I'm going to try and do a counter charge here with Neve. Neve gets a 7.
And because of Neve's counter charge, I am going to be able to activate the fight twice with the Dominator engine. And into combat, we're going to go with the Bull Centaurs first, splitting our attacks between Neve and the companions. So we'll go into Neve first.
Neve takes 4 wounds and the companions both fall. Then Neve finishes off the Dominator engine, and across the battlefield, Urak-Tar and the other Dominator engine take down just 1 Morsar guard.
So just as we're pushing end of turn, I'm just going to spend a CP, bring back Shark.
All right, that's going to wrap up Hellsmith turn 3, and it was mediocre. It was enough to still be in it, but not exhilarating. We took down a Shark. Obviously, we had 1 come back, so you can still bring 1 more back this game. I wasn't thinking about it, though, and I piled off the objective, which gave you the room to get onto it. So I could have just kept his butt there, though I was worried if I killed a couple of eels that you would be able to pull out of combat and be on the charge. I only killed 1, so it wouldn't have mattered here. And that's big because I'm going to lose out on the 5 points there, which I was really just hoping to kind of maintain the lead on scoring. And on the other side, we took down the companions, but didn't finish off Neve herself, so she darted away. And I lost the Dominator engine there, which hurts, just, unfortunate. But we do still hold on to that objective because we were the last one to control it, so we will get 5 points there, and that will be it for my turn. So really just sad about those 5 points we left on the table, but we're still in it, still kicking, and I guess that'll send us into Idoneth Deepkin, turn 3.
I'm just going to do Place of Power first. So just doing Place of Power over here with Lorai, just trying to do the heal so I can heal Neve. I do. Heal Neve for 2. Lorai is just going to try and cast the teleport onto that hero. And she does on a 9.
Try to unbind it. I tie it, so you do not.
Okay. Repositioning of tentacles, I guess. Let's see if that happens. It does. It's going to teleport these guys with her. Gets it on a 9.
You got it. And then with Uratar, I am going to reallocate 3 of the demonic power points over from the Tormentor Bombard onto the Dominator engine.
Movement. All right, so that's it for movement. Shooting time.
Opening fire, the Alapex fails to deal any damage to Uraktar, but the Leviathan finishes off 2 bull centaurs.
And then I will spend a command point for recovering fire with the Tormentor Bombard. It's got to shoot your eels. Nothing.
So I guess we're just gonna go in. The turtle, see what it gets. Gets a 5. Impact mortals, thank you. Just into Uraktar, 5 dice for 3.
We do have the ward save and ward 1, so take 2. 12 health left.
And just jumping into combat, I guess. So yeah, we'll just go with the eels.
The Morsar Guard begin the carnage by dealing 9 damage to Uraktar, who releases his frustration by decimating the Namarti thralls. Then he's finished off by the Leviathan.
All right, so end of this turn went pretty damn well. I mean, it's about as well as you could have gone. I would have been much happier having the thralls alive and not messed up on the pile-in to give Urktar the free hit. But it is what it is. That's why you gotta be careful with when you're piling in. So yeah, overall, I'm pretty content with that.
Yeah, and next step is priority for round 4.
That's a 4.
Oh, it so wants to be a 5, but it's
really,
cocked.
really wants to be a 5. It's a 5. All you. Oh, it's not good.
Into a 3.
I think honestly at this point I just take it and sweep. I'll control these 2 points and then just
Yeah,
play.
you'll here with the double, you'll easily be able
Yes.
to clean up and tie up whatever you need. My best shot here was winning Prio, rallying some Infernal Razors, trying to shoot eels and hold on for a couple points, but
yeah.
if you take the
sure.
Prio, it's gonna...
I think it's that's the thing. I don't care at this point at not scoring that last 2 tactics. It's not the end of the world for me. Setting up for last turn for Master is something very easy for me to do as well, because obviously the sharks can just come back.
And
so there's no reason for me not to just
yeah,
take
and
the
you'll
10.
easily take 10. I really won't be able to fight for primary this turn either, so I think we can kind of
call it here.
Yeah, call it there.
All good. So yeah, overall, I mean, with the Prio going the way it did here, that's what sealed the game here. The thing with, I think, Hashut is that it doesn't like being alphaed.
Yeah, when you can pin them, tag stuff, it can, I mean, outside of like having like 18 Bull Centaurs, I really don't have many damaging threats. Like the Dominator engines can hit if they get lucky, all out attack, crit mortals, like a lot has to go right and then you have to roll decently. And same with the Infernal Cohort, they can, in the right situation, be +1 attack, crit mortals, but then that requires prayers going off, sequencing, Prio is the opportunity, and just didn't see a lot of that. But yeah, it just feels like there's lots of hoops to jump through with Hellsmiths, even like, you gotta put your demonic power points to really make your units, more effective, and you don't have a lot of that to work with. So like you said, if you get in early when your opponent doesn't have a lot of points, they're kind of feels like you're playing behind the 8 ball, and it's how it's felt in a couple of games now of, stuff ties you up, tags you, and
there's no retreat, right? So like without any kind of like retreat and shoot, I feel like you just get trapped.
Yeah.
You can just get congested.
And now,
and you're like, what am I gonna do?
Flip side here is like, one, I could have maybe left, leaving my cannons back wouldn't have done a whole lot because you shot the one off. Leaving my Infernal Razors a little bit further back, very viable, but I also need them to be in range to be able to shoot, right? And now if I had have taken turn 2 Prio or given away first maybe, I wouldn't have necessarily been in the awkward position of where you took the early double, got you in with everything where you wanted to be.
Yeah.
Which again was the risk of me taking first.
Yeah.
So playing it more defensive could have been better in the long run. But still fighting. We got to see a little bit of Araktar, some of his cool abilities. He got to fight, pop off, kill the thralls a little bit. We saw the bull centaurs after 3 games. They finally got to hit something decently, and we saw some decent damage out of them. But again, they we're already down 2 models at that point. So yeah, we're gonna keep trucking, pull these guys out again soon. I felt a little bit better synergy with just having one of each of the weapon types or the artillery types, which was a suggestion from some of our viewers. So keep giving me the tips. But I guess that's everything I kind of wanted to touch on looking back over this battle. Mark, it's a big win for the Deepkin here.
Yeah, I love Deepkin so much, and this turtle list is so much fun. Yeah. Rezzing turtles is great.
Yeah, you have
it's really
2
good.
Deepkin mains here.
Basically, yeah.
So, I can't be too sad.
No,
I'd love to see the fish doing well, but
yeah.
That'll be it for us here today. As the dwarfs go home sad.
Oh, heartbreak.
But guys, we hope you enjoyed that battle report. Another look at the Hellsmiths and some of the new units. Obviously, we'll get them out again soon. And definitely check out the channel membership because we've got lots more games in there, an extra one every week if you are interested and want to help support the channel as well, which goes a long way and we super appreciate it. But that will be it for us here today. Thank you again, and we'll see you soon in another battle report.
Take care.
Sweet. Good day, Mark.
Good game.